Menu narration option is set to off. Menu narration option is set to off.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milkers burning my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, Sylvester Stallone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part like them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it.
Now we're cooking. I'm Jonathan Coachman. You're tuned in to...
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens.
Here we go.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. This is a nice little stretch he's putting together. Remember, 3 sacks last week.
And now he's off to the races in this game because he thinks, okay, that's the start of something big because he's in a zone. He's locked in. So offensively, you got to occupy him. Maybe even run the ball at him as opposed to passing it so he can't just pin his ears back and rush the quarterback.
So on the heels of the sack, they knock him backwards in the running game.
So now it's up to the offense coordinator talking directly into the helmet of his quarterback to instill a little bit of confidence here. Call the play with authority, call with confidence, and let him know this one is the winner.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And now out comes Minnesota, and they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 30, the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
70, Indy. What we got? Ready?
They'll run it with Hill. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 52 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
The numbers a week ago for Cook. 8 carries, 79 yards.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Back to throw here. That's complete to Nauta, the tight end. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's taken to the 26. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll drop the throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
60 Pittsburgh.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Yeah, I got you.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Back to throw. That is caught by Cohen.
Nowhere. Absolutely nowhere.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
And out now come the Vikings. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
High 7.
They'll set up a throw. The open man is Smith. He's at the 40. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They run, Cook, and they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Hey, Charlie.
Second and 11. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field.
Personal foul.
I'm not sure what this is
Face
about.
mask. Defense.
So that one will be accepted.
Automatic first down.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check girls, check girls, check girls.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he completes it to Cohen. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You ain't going nowhere.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. So we now proceed to the start of the second half. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Protein spill. Alert, alert. Fight.
They run again on first down. Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now back to throw. He's got Smith here. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Kill. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Hey, 50.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there, Bank at the 39-yard line.
Sack City, baby.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. They'll try and start this drive in the air. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Ravens.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 43-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They try again with Cohen. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And it gives this time to the tailback. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. They're going to look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
He'll drop to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Quan Alexander in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. You know that they were thinking second half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Got it. Tight end left, tight end left. 3 down, 3 down.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4.
Ready to break. 50, let's go, G. Tighten up. Let's go. Smooth. Shoot.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this one complete to Smith. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
On the ball.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the lead now increases to 20-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And shedding through the tackle. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Daniil Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Quan Alexander, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball is finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. They run it again with Cook. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that's caught by Smith. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
2nd and 2. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Ready. 54. Mike 54. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Ready.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. This quarterback now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. That is caught by Cohen. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pinched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw.